Hello. You may be asking, hey, where are you right now? And I think a lot of people are asking me that, and I don't really have a clear answer just because I have spent so much time like traveling and doing different things and um just going to spaces like this, and I am having a really good time just being lazy and not doing anything. And um like I don't know. Maybe it's the weather out here. It's the sunshine. I know I'm wearing a hoodie right now. That's just cuz above me there's like a couple birds and these like little things keep dropping on me, but I don't want to move. I like this spot. So I have my hood up just in case something does fall on me. Um but yeah, no, like I've been feeling very serene. I've been having like super clear thoughts. I've been a little more motivated in life lately. And again, maybe it's just the sunshine. Maybe it's just the water and like not being stressed out by a job, and I'm going to get a job eventually. But right now, I'm just like really and I'm like putting full force into just taking care of my mental health, and there are cars passing by. I'm not super far away from a road, just to let y'all know. But I visited family, and that was super healing. And I've been spending time outdoors. I've been hiking. I've been playing with my dog. I've been swimming. It's just like, I feel like once you're an adult, you kind of forget that summer is amazing. Like, so many people my age are like, oh, it gets hot, there's bugs, yada yada yada. Like, I don't get time to do anything. And I'm like, we should, as a society, there should be like a mandatory summer break for everybody, or at least like a week. I get it, summer break, it's exaggerating, like 2 months everybody off would be crazy, unless you're from a different area and then summer is different for you. I don't know, but where I grew up, summer was like 2 months and you just did whatever. And that was like some of my more creative years as a youth, is like being bored during summer, not having access to the internet, and just doing whatever the hell I felt like. And that's kind of been the motto for me since I like quit my job, is just do whatever the hell I can. Like, do whatever I feel like. And I'm like, okay, what do I feel like doing? Like, back home, I would like go on walks and I would have like, me time. I would go to the gym, and like all those things are great, but just you see the same places every day and you see the same people every day, and it gets kind of repetitive and boring, and you need to like mix it up and break it up. So I've been here, there, everywhere for like the past month, and it's great. It's great. I feel refreshed. I feel inspired, because for a while I was like, oh man, like, is this it? Is this life? Like, you either work or you don't work, or you thrive or you don't thrive, or like there's no in between areas where you can just exist and feel happy. Like, I know I don't look super happy right now, but I'm thrilled. I'm like having the time of my life, and I'm well nourished and blessed, and I'm just grateful all around, all across the board. Super happy. Yeah, I just was like, man, this is gonna be great. And it was great. And like, yeah, there were a few hiccups here and there, like traveling with the dog, and like the weather is very unpredictable, especially if you go more south, because I'm typically up more north in America. the more south you go, you just never know what you're going to bump into, wildlife wise, rain, storms, hurricanes, extreme heat, drought, whatever, right? Like it's just everything's on the table. It's open for whatever could happen. What else? Oh yeah. Yeah, so I've just been having like really clear thinking and kind of like, I don't think I would live somewhere like this all the time just because I do enjoy the push I get from living near a huge city, and the people there, they really just like force me to keep going. Like here I would feel so at ease and so stagnant that I wouldn't really go anywhere. Like growing up, I was in a very rural town, and there just wasn't a lot of opportunities for me in that town. I'm sure I would have found something had I stayed, but leaving that town probably was for the better because I was able to do more with my time, if that makes sense. Like I was being pushed to do more things. This is a lens cap, by the way. Very, very cool. I shoot with a Sony. All my stuff is like Sony. But if anybody was curious. But yeah, like it's just been really nice. And I went on this crazy hike the other day where I was like, oh, there's a waterfall and there's all this stuff. And the first part of the hike was so like going up, like I was walking essentially like up like this. And I was like, there's no way I can do this. I was like, my knees hurt, my back hurts, I'm getting sweaty, I'm getting tired. I didn't have lunch, so I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to do this. And I did it because, like, of course, like you think in that moment, like, oh, I can't do it, it's so hard. And then you overcome it, and I'm just like, yeah, like it feels really good to accomplish something. Go figure. But, yeah, it's been super nice. Yeah. I'm like traveling and doing all this fun stuff. This is a river, by the way, behind me. This is a gorgeous river behind me. And there's geese and there's rocks and there's fish. And it's just really, really nice, very nice water. I hope visually this is better than my bedroom or my office or living room for you guys. I'm sure people are going to see this and be like, where the hell is she now? Because I don't have a set location. Like I just turn the camera on, hook up the mic, and I roll with it. But yeah, I've had some pretty good food lately, like barbecue. I've had like banh mi. I've had, what else? I had some potato salad, which I know sounds like people either love or hate potato salad. And I'm kind of like in between. I don't know what I like, but it was pretty good. I had good potato salad. I've had like pancit. I've had like chicken adobo. I've had some chicken alfredo that was pretty darn good. Some pizza. Like I had some really good hush puppies. Those were delectable. I had just a couple of good burgers and like fried chicken and just everything. It's been really, really delicious. Just like I'm so amazed sometimes that people can create this food, and just really like make it super nice and tasty. And I love to like Google review places. So not because I'm like a critic or anything, but I just want to give props when props need to be given, because some people really just like, very good, especially local spots. I like to go to local spots and just see what they have, what they're offering, because some local spots are kind of like, it's the same French fries you could get anywhere. And then there are other spots that put a little bit more care and thought into it, and that really shines through, and I truly feel it. whenever I eat the food, I'm like, I know it's good when I feel good after. When I feel like, okay, that I definitely have to leave a Google review for. Um, ugh, yeah. The hair is growing on me. It's growing on me. It's a little messy right now too, so we're just tucking that underneath. I had an elderberry espresso drink the other day, which was like, let me just say, like, certain spots have really good coffee and certain spots have terrible coffee. So, like, you never know what you're going to get when you go into a coffee spot. And sometimes the price kind of tells me, I'm like, okay, this coffee is $2. And I'm like, why is it $2? But then there's other times where it's $8 and I'm like, oh, maybe they put more thought and care into it. Nope. 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 Nasty. Nasty, old, nasty, disgusting, sludge in a cup. And I'm like, ew. Gross. Not a fan. I don't like to leave negative reviews on Google. I don't like to tell people about places that are not good. I'm just not a complainer. I like to give praise, but I don't like to complain. But if something is truly awful, I will straight up just be like, hey, you guys need to rework this because it's not working. Like this, you cannot serve this. Like this is disgusting. And I don't like to make a scene, but I will definitely tell people like, hey, this is not the spot. Not the spot, and they need to change their ways because this is not, it's not good. But I had an espresso elderberry drink and it was like, wow. Like, I'm sure by the time this goes on YouTube, they'll be like, that's so last season. But I was like, that's pretty damn good. I also had a butter pecan iced coffee, which was shit. It was terrible. It was so like bitter and nasty, and like the syrup sunk to the bottom. And every time I stirred it, it just like glopped and like it looked like straight up corn syrup at the bottom of the container. So I was like, okay, like I tried like shaking the ice around and it would not mix with this coffee. So I had the option to just like suck up the syrup or suck up the bitter coffee. And I'm like, okay, fine. Fair enough. What else? It is so pretty out here. It is so gorgeous. Like, let me move aside for a second. Like, that is just, hang on 1 second. I need to really. Is that not beautiful? Like, do you guys see that? That is literally gorgeous. Literally gorgeous. I am, wow. Just phenomenal. Really good stuff there. Making sure I didn't sell anything gross. But, yeah, I saw some new faces, some familiar faces. I've been talking to people, like strangers. I try to strike up conversations more with strangers just to get that feeling of like, because like when you're in customer service, right? And then you don't work for a while and you're inside and you're like focusing on yourself, and yeah, like maybe you'll talk here and there to somebody, but not a lot. You can get kind of like stranger danger awareness and like get a little too uneasy about talking to people. But trying to like break away from that and actually genuinely strike up the conversations with somebody when I'm out and about. And that's really cool because I've met some assholes and I've also met some really, really nice people. More nice people than assholes. Like majority of the people I've talked to on this trip so far have been so sweet, so incredibly sweet. Yeah. I'm getting a little hungry. I had a drink earlier, so I usually have like a drink with me when I do these videos. But I drank my coffee earlier and I was like, damn it, I don't have another drink. And I usually like to have something to sip on or my mouth gets dry. from yapping so much. But the thinking about what do I want, because it's about breakfast time here. So typically I'll look for something with like eggs, protein, maybe potatoes, and just enjoy that. Or sometimes I know it's really bad to do this, but sometimes I'll just have coffee and then I'll just keep going throughout my day. But that's not good. Don't do that. You should have a little something in the morning, unless you're like fasting. But yeah, even like something simple like a banana or an apple or like a handful of granola or like something to get the day started. Um, but I'm a low effort girl. Like I don't want to put a lot of effort into things anymore. That's why I don't edit these videos, because it's just simple and easy and effortless. And that's like, sometimes people are like, oh, effortless. People do put in the most effort, or at least a decent amount of effort, to appear effortless. But I'm like truly trying to hone in on the not so much effort here. Like I'll save my effort for, ooh, the birds left. Ooh, they're so cute. I'll save my effort for when I really need it. But like this, I just like to have a little yap, just a little talk here and there. Oh my god, these birds are so cute. They're just like this little things up in the tree. Oh my god. Nature. Like I feel like nature could heal a lot of problems. Just going out into nature and existing with it and beside it is just so magical and nice. Truly, like such, I'm so blessed. I'm very, very blessed. I'm happy that I did this, because when I do get a job, I'm going to look back and be like, okay, that was fun. I had a great time. And, I hope it will remind me to not stress out as much, like to take a breather, to remember that you matter and your mental health matters, and that you can change anything. Like I can go, I was working last year, and not even this year. I was working this year, and I was miserable. I was totally 100% miserable. I loved the job, but I was miserable. So does that mean I actually did love the job? I don't know. That's like a question for another day. But like I was not happy, and I couldn't figure out why. And it just kept going and going and going. And I was like, you know what? I need to do something about this before it does get bad. I need to do something. And I built that net for myself to have, so that I could do something. I could do something like this, like you build up your savings and you spend the time researching. So, yeah, it's not that you can't do it. It's definitely possible. Yeah. Ooh, my tummy has grumbled for like the third time. So I think we're going to wrap this up here. The takeaway from this video, go into nature. Remember, you can do it. Things are possible. And also just, excuse me, I burped. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, just go out into nature. Remember that life is worth living, and take care of yourself. Hydrate. Eat breakfast in the morning. Wear a hood if you sit under a tree with a bunch of birds. And just enjoy life. Enjoy life, because it's here, it's now, and it's, have I been tapping on you guys? I'm so sorry. This happens every video. I don't even have the bottom piece to this. Don't know where that went. But yeah, enjoy life, and hopefully we'll see you guys again in the next video. Later.